People who don't know politics should not discuss politics on air. For goodness sake, even you people, the television people, stop inviting people to discuss politics on air. People who don't know politics cannot analyze politics. And these days, what is funny, ever since I started supporting President Museveni, these guys no longer invite me. And most times when you see me on TV, it is because I paid money. If I don't pay, they don't allow me. Anyway, recently I was hosted on one of the media houses and we are discussing politics. There was this guy, a Bobby Wine supporter, who was always interrupting my speeches. He was always interrupting my submissions. Each time I was given time to speak, he was interrupting me. He was saying, you see, do you see those big numbers? This time Museveni is gone. Museveni is gone. Museveni is no more. Do you see the people following Bobby Wine? And the outcome of the Hoima LC5 by-election is clear for anyone to see. Do you see those people? They are in their thousands. During my time, I told the public that some of the people who come to see Bobby Wine, they come expecting him to sing some songs for them. Others do come because they are Bobby Wine's music supporters for quite a long time, not his political supporters. Again, I told the public that because our people in most regions don't have stable jobs, they converge, they come together at any given event in big numbers. Not because they are his political supporters. Lastly, I told them, majority of those people you see there, they don't have identity cards. National identity cards. They don't have Ndagamuntu. They will not vote. What happened? NRM won with a bigger margin. Those who look at Bobby Wine's big numbers during his rallies, and you make, what can I say, such stupid judgments that Museveni is no more. Hear me, stop making those stupid judgments. Besides Buganda region and Busoga, the rest of the regions, Museveni is their darling. The guy is still loved by majority of Ugandans. See what happened in Hoima. Bobby Wine is a candidate. Got less than 4,000. He got 3,000 plus. The one who was second got 12,000 votes. Bobby Wine is candidate. The one who had thousands, as the other guy was putting it. Because Bobby Wine was followed by thousands of people. Because I'm a political analyst, I know politics. I told them, and what I said is exactly what happened. Bobby Wine got only 3,000 votes. Bobby Wine is candidate. You see? Now, the independent guy got 12,000. NRM got 18,000. 15,000 votes more than Bobby Wine's candidate. So those who had written off President Museveni because of the big numbers following Bobby Wine, shame upon you. Shame upon you. The same is going to happen in so many other regions around the country. You can't say Mr. Museveni is not loved, is written off politically, simply because of these crowds following Bobi Wine. And depending on those crowds, you make such stupid judgments that Museveni is no more. Now, I think Bobi Wine is not sleeping. I don't think he slept. His candidate, given all those numbers that were following him, got 3,000. If President Museveni can only deal with these three things: one, to reduce the levels of corruption in our country; two, to fight poverty; three, to create jobs for the jobless. I can assure you Museveni will be our president for life. If he can only deal with those three, because some others he has managed to put them in place, like security. There is peace, there is security. In some areas, he has done better. But those three: corruption, poverty, joblessness. So, people who were jubilating, expecting to see Museveni's back, making such a stupid judgment because of the crowds following Bobi Wine, now come and say something after the Hoima LC5 by-election. Bobi Wine's candidate was third. Actually, given the votes, the one who was second, he garnered. Bobi Wine's candidate is in the 10th place. Is in the 10th place. After the second runners-up, there is no third, there is no fourth, there is no fifth, there is no sixth, there is no seventh. Bobi Wine's candidate is in the 10th position. If we are to make our judgment according to the votes, the number one got and the number two got, comparably, if we compare the votes, number two got, Bobi Wine's candidate, who was in position number 3, is in the 10th position. So Museveni is still here. Museveni is still here. I can assure you. I can assure you, President Museveni, you forget these numbers you see following Bobi Wine. They just come to see a singer. They come expecting Bobi Wine to sing songs for them. Others do come because they have been Bobi Wine music supporters. Those are musical supporters. They are not political supporters. Others come to see Bobi Wine because they don't have stable jobs. People go to any event which concerns them and which does not concern them. Others came to see the man who speaks a lot about President Museveni. Who is that one? But they are not his political supporters. That's why they did not vote for him. Go to my YouTube channel, Basaja Mivule Bwadene. I said this 3 days before the election day in Hoima. I said these are Museveni's strongholds. Bobi Wine can't defeat President Museveni in Hoima. He can't defeat President Museveni. Not even in Arua, not even in Guru, Acholi land, not even in Lira, not even in Teso, not even in Karamoja. Bobi Wine can boast and he calls it kuvimba here in Buganda and Busoga. I can assure you that. President Museveni is still very strong. If President Museveni can only work on these three things, reducing the levels of poverty in our country. 2, create jobs for the youth. 3, fight poverty. I can assure you, Museveni is going to be our president for life. If only he can deal with those three things: corruption, joblessness, and poverty. With the rest, there is peace. The roads, many of the roads are tarmacked. Of course, some roads in the villages are not yet so good, but there is something you look at and you say, the man has done some work. Really some good work. So, President Museveni is still here. Those who make stupid judgments that Museveni is no more, Museveni is gone, this time is gone, just because of the crowds following Bobi Wine. What happened in Hoima? His candidate, Bobi Wine's candidate, was third. 3,000 votes. Museveni's candidate, 18,000. He got 15,000 votes more than Bobi Wine's candidate. So Museveni is still here. And I'm happy that he is still here until we find someone better, far better than Bobi Wine to replace President Museveni.